Hi everyone, it's Christine here from christinestampinspot.blogspot.com, and today I want to share with you how to create gorgeous images using the Picture Perfect stamp set from Stampin' Up. This is a brand new stamp set in the brand new 2016 Occasions catalog. If you have not received a copy of the catalog and you would like one and you don't yet have a demonstrator, I would be more than happy to send one out to you. All you have to do, I'll have my blog post linked in the description section of this video on YouTube. Just click on that link, and then there's several tabs at the top of my blog, and all you have to do is click on the Request a Catalog tab. That will send you over to my email, and you can just request a catalog in your email to me, and I would be more than happy to send one out. This brand new catalog is full of gorgeous stamp sets, papers, embellishments, accessories. It's really great. We're also in celebration right now, which is Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year. And this mini catalog is also full of gorgeous stamp sets, papers, even vellum, Project Life items. And for every $50 that you spend, and it can be $50 for anything that you'd like to purchase from any catalog that Stampin' Up currently has open, for every $50 you spend, you get to pick a free item from the Celebration catalog. So I'd be happy to send both of these out to you if you don't already have them. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit now about the Picture Perfect stamp set from Stampin' Up, which is again is brand new from the Occasions catalog. This is the card that I created using this stamp set. Isn't this gorgeous? This stamp set uses the technique that we call two-step stamping, and I have another video in my YouTube library on two-step stamping. But this one was a little bit more daunting, at least it was to me at first. But I found that once I followed the steps, the way Stampin' Up has designed these stamps, it really is so easy. So I don't want you to be intimidated by the number of steps. And what I mean by that is, even though we call it two-step stamping, this hummingbird, for example, who you can see I've stamped out right here, it's actually 4 different stamps. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 stamps to get this image. And that probably sounds a little bit daunting to you at the moment, but don't let it, because I'm going to show you how easy it is. The roses are also 3 steps. Up here, you would go 1, 2, 3, and you go lightest color to darkest color. And then the leaves are 3 steps as well. So what I'm going to show you today, I'm not going to actually go through putting the card together. I'm just going to show you how I did the hummingbird and the roses, so you get an idea of how this stamp set works. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Here's what the sheet of stamps looks like. One of the 2 sheets. You actually get 2 different sheets of stamps in this stamp set. And as you can see, they're all empty because I have them laid out on blocks ready to go for the video. But I wanted to show you on the sheets, they're numbered, see? So here's a number 1, and that's a flower. Here's the number 2, and that's the flower. And here's number 3, the third and final part of the flower. So Stampin' Up has actually gone to the trouble of numbering for you the order in which you want to stamp down your stamps. Same with the hummingbird. So you have step 1 here, step 2 for his belly, step 3, and then this one, which is upside down, but this one is going to be step 4. And again, you want to go, aside from the belly, which is going to be your darkest color probably, you want to go lightest to darkest when you're doing this. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to pull over a piece of Whisper White cardstock on my table here. And I'm going to start with step 1. Now I want to show you the stamps. Again, they're photopolymer, so that makes it so easy to see right through where you're stamping. So it'll be easy to build this image up because you can see right through and where you're placing it. I might struggle a little bit on camera, fair warning, simply because the camera is exactly where my head needs to be. So if you see me mess up a little bit, don't be discouraged or worried about that. It will be so much easier for you because you will have a direct line of sight through your stamps. Okay, so also another thing I want to point out is this little tab right here on the stamp, these tabs. Each stamp in this set has a tab just like this. So if you put your stamps on your blocks with your tabs facing the same way, you'll notice that it makes it a lot easier to line it up. And that tab will not get ink on it, or if it does, it won't actually stamp down because it's a little, the way it's made, it won't ink on your paper, which is a great feature as well. So the very first color that I use for my hummingbird is Pool Party. So I'm going to go ahead and open that ink pad up and ink this guy up real quick. And you can do, the color combinations are endless. So you're not, you know, stuck with the colors that I chose or anything. Your imagination can run wild. So I'm just going to stamp him down in Pool Party right onto my my Whisper White cardstock and pull him up. So there's your first step in the hummingbird to create the hummingbird image. The second color that I used is Melon Mambo for his belly. So let me go ahead and open that ink pad up. I'm going to ink up this little belly. Now, it's going to go, and you can see there's this empty spot right here for his belly. So, again, the camera's in my way, but I'm going to do the best I can, and you just look right through your stamps to line it up. And just stamp it right down. See? So there I've done his belly. Okay? That was the second step. I'm going to go ahead and close this up, or I will drop something in it. Okay. My next color for the hummingbird that I chose is Bermuda Bay. And this is the step 3. And again, you don't have to memorize which image belongs to which number or which order it goes in, because it's all laid out for you right here on your stamp sheet. So that's awesome. Otherwise, I would probably never remember. So I'm inking this third step up in Bermuda Bay. And we're just going to line this up as best we can. And again, the camera is directly where my head needs to be, so I might mess it up just a little bit. But, so don't be discouraged if I do and think that it's hard, because it's really not. Okay, let me see here. Stamp that down. Okay, not too bad. All right, that was your third step. Close that up. And then my fourth and final step for the hummingbird, I used Island Indigo ink. This is my darkest. So as you can see, again, I went from from lightest to darkest. So this is my fourth step. I'm going to ink this up. Okay. All right, he's inked up. And again, you're just going to lay him right over top of here. And I know I just bumped the camera. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm just going to lay him down the best I can. There you go. Not bad at all for the camera being in my way, right? And again, it will be so much easier for you because your head won't be impeded by the camera. So as you can see, it's just a tiny little bit off. This line should have been over just a little bit, but it really doesn't matter. These have such a beautiful watercolor effect that it really doesn't have to be perfect. But again, you won't have the camera in your way, so it's going to look perfect when you do it. It's so easy to line up. And as you can see, here's my original sample. Perfectly lined up. I did this just using the clear blocks and the stamps, nothing else, nothing fancy. I did another video that malfunctioned, and this is the one that I did with that video, and it actually came out almost perfectly. I was able to maneuver my head a little bit better than I was today. But I want to show you these various samples because I want to show you just how easy this stamp set is, because it can look intimidating, but it's really not. And this is a stamp set that really excites me because when you're done with it, you create such gorgeous images that it's just unbelievable. And I want to share this with you so you know how actually easy it is. Okay, so that's the hummingbird. And I'm going to go ahead now and bring this back over and show you how I did these roses. And they're so easy too. This is so exciting. Okay, so let me pull over my other piece of Whisper White cardstock and get started with the rose. You can see I've kind of stamped one out here. I was working earlier on my scratch paper, so you kind of get the idea. But you have 3 steps for your roses. And again, you're going to go lightest to darkest in these 3 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. But I'm going to do this with only 2 ink pads. I'm going to use Blushing Bride and Melon Mambo. So for my first step, I'm going to use Blushing Bride. And again, look at these tabs. These tabs are... I actually don't have this one right, so let me fix it. These tabs are perfect. They are going to help you line up your images perfectly. So if you have every stamp on your block with the tab facing the same direction, it will work out for you and it'll help you line everything up. So let me ink this first step up in my Blushing Bride ink, and I'm just going to stamp it down, straight down. Okay, so that's your first step. We're done with the Blushing Bride, so I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And I'm going to bring up my second and only other color, Melon Mambo. and open that back up. Now I'm going to take my second step. Now what I'm going to do with this, since I'm only using 2 ink pads, but I kind of want it to look like I have 3 different colors, I'm going to stamp off once. So I've inked this up in my Melon Mambo, and it's full strength Melon Mambo. I want to stamp off on my scratch paper and then stamp on my image. So we're just going to line this up and stamp down. Okay, look how gorgeous that is. Now you could use this, you could leave this alone just like this. I mean, that in and of itself is gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead though and show you the third and final step, which is this third and final image from your stamp set. And I'm going to ink this up in Melon Mambo again, only this time I'm not going to stamp off. I'm just going to stamp directly onto my image. There you go. How pretty is that? So you get the look of 3 different colors. You have the full strength Melon Mambo, the Melon Mambo stamped off, and then the beautiful blushing bride in the middle. And it really looks, it just pops off the page, doesn't it? It's so gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. It looks 3-dimensional. It looks artistic. It's just so pretty. I just love it. And I was so excited to share this with you because, again, I really felt when I first got this, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. This looks complicated. But once you start playing with it, it's so easy the way Stampin' Up! Has designed these stamps. It's just amazing. And I haven't seen anything else like this on the market that's this beautiful. So I was really excited to share it with you. So that's how I created those 2 different images. You also, in your stamp set, have these leaves, which are 3 steps. So for my card, you can see I did the leaves here. And for my card, I don't have garden green yet, believe it or not. I'm fairly new demonstrator, so I'm still building up my ink collection. But I used Pear Pizzazz as my lightest color and Always Artichoke for the leaves. And I did the same technique as I did with the roses. I stamped off the second step. So the leaf would be first step in Pear Pizzazz, second step in Always Artichoke stamped off once, and then the third step in Always Artichoke full strength. And then you also have this gorgeous starfish, which is only 2 steps, and then you have all these beautiful sentiments. This stamp set is so worth the money. I promise you will be amazed with what you're able to create. So let me just show you my card again really quick, and then we'll be done. So I stamped the hummingbird using the same colors I just showed you in the video. And I also stamped the roses. I then stamped 2 extra roses and 3 extra leaves on a scratch piece or just a random piece of Whisper White cardstock and cut them out. And then I popped them up with dimensionals so you can see, just to kind of add some dimension to the card. I then sponged around the white area of the card using Tempting Turquoise ink in a sponge. Then I added the sentiment, again from the same stamp set, You Are Made of Wonderful, and I used Melon Mambo ink for that. I used pearls at the bottom corner from the annual catalog embellishment section of the catalog, and I also used these sequins. These are sequins from the Neutrals collection, again in the embellishment section of the annual catalog, and I used this fine tip glue pen to adhere the sequins. If you don't already have this glue pen, it really is a must. Adhesive is fairly standard in the industry. You can get general adhesive anywhere, but that particular fine tip glue pen, I definitely recommend it. I haven't seen anything else like it on the market. It's perfect. It's in the Occasions catalog that Stampin' Up! Has that just came out. It was in the holiday catalog, and I recommend it for sure. And then finally, I just added a little bit of silver twine, or the silver thread rather, around the popped up rose. And then, and I don't think this is going to show up on the camera, unfortunately, but oh, there it is. You can see it. You see all that sparkle on the popped up flower? That is a brand new product from the Stampin' Up! 2016 Occasions catalog. It's called Wink of Stella brush, and this one is the clear, let me see if you can see that. That's the clear color. We offer 2 colors right now, gold and clear. This one is the clear, and you literally just paint this fine shimmer of glitter onto your roses. I put some on this one too, and it is so gorgeous in real life, and I hope you can capture that. I'm capturing that a little bit in the video, but it's so gorgeous, and it really adds some gorgeous oomph to your project. So I hope that helps you see how amazing this stamp set is. Again, here are the 2 images I just stamped live for you on the video, the hummingbird and the rose, and then there's my finished card. Thank you so much for watching. Head over to my blog if you'd like a catalog, request one. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye.